I don't know if Caleb remembers this or not, but this is the first deer outing that you were ever on when you were little.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
I shot a deer over there in that power line.
I do remember that.
It was the same thing. It was the doe season.
I remember we packed food. And I remember you made yourself one of those peanut butter Nutella sandwiches, and you made me a PB&J. I didn't know that they were different. I just picked up a sandwich, ate it, and it ended up being yours.
Now the roles will be reversed, and I'll watch you shoot one.
Pick your head up again. Take a closer look. I don't know, man. No, pal, that's almost for sure doe.
The button buck now.
There's no way. There's no way. No shot. There's no way. You told me to shoot, and I was like, oh, okay. Here, there's another one. Are you sure you would rather go? I just... Sit down and calm down. Holy smokes.
Is he a good one?
He's an 8-point. He's an excellent one.
Oh man.
Oh, here comes something else. Perhaps a doe.
Of course.
No, it's another buck, and it's a 4-point.
Where?
Okay, I got eyes on the doe.
Yeah. There's a couple of them.
Holy smokes. There's no way. Oh my gosh. Is that doe limping? Wait a minute. Oh my gosh, she's turning around. She is turning around. She's looking at that fence. She's moving in closer.
You keep getting in front of my camera and I can't see.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, they don't even know what happened.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. Oh, they're not moving. They don't even know what happened.
Man, it's so hard to film in here. Oh my gosh. Was I not recording? What? You're kidding me. Oh, Kayla. What?
You didn't catch it, did you?
No. Caleb absolutely just hammered this doe. And I was not recording. I was on it, and I had it in my viewfinder, and I got her dropping, but it wasn't recording, man. I do this with my kids all the time. With myself, it's like I'm more calm and collected, and I can get the shot on film, but there she lays. So, there's a couple other deer. There's 2 fawns out here right now. After the shot went off, they didn't do anything. And then there's a bunch of other deer further down here. And we have seen some nice bucks. Well, some decent bucks at least. But really hard to film in here. The windows are small and it's really hard to just keep holding that camera up. But I had it. Man, still pumped about it. Look how many bucks you see whenever you're doe hunting. Alright, as I'm editing this, I realize I'm going to have to do a voiceover. I knew that something had happened to my microphone, I just didn't know when it happened, and apparently it happened before we went to recover Caleb's deer. So not only did I not get the shot on film, but I also do not have any audio of the recovery, so I'm batting 0 for 2. But of course he was excited. We already knew that the deer was down. We walked down the road to go to her. You can see that he picks up the head here, and she still has a mouthful of grass. I mean, the shot was right high shoulder and just dropped her instantly right there in her tracks. We're just remarking about how big this doe was and how cool the evening was and getting to hunt together. Fist bump there, congratulations. I was telling him to get his knives out. It's time for him to do the gutting. I was just there to offer some words of wisdom. And then it switches over to me. I was saying something. It must not have been that important because I don't really remember what I said. But I did finish out the weekend there at the hunting camp. We did not go back to Maryland. I was having too much fun with the guys there and friends and catching up. So I did not take another doe, but let's move on to the processing. Right now we have Caleb's deer here, and we are going to be grinding for the next hour and a half. You excited?
An hour and a half. Wait a minute.
We bought this cheap sausage, breakfast sausage kit at Walmart. I bought one years ago, and I found it, and we tried it on the last doe that we shot, and it was delicious. So, you know, it cost, I don't know, $3 a piece. And it said I'll do 5 pounds each. So we're going to do 10 pounds worth. Over here, I'm just going to mix it with pork shoulder, not pork fat, but just a pork shoulder. And I'm going to trim the fatty parts off of it to put in to the mixture. And I'll do like 3 pounds of this. And then whatever's left over, we can just make pulled pork sandwiches out of. But I'll do 3 pounds of this. I got that on sale, and we've used that on the last one. Just froze it. Just thawed it back out. And then 6 pounds of venison. So, you know, you're thinking 6 and 3. I thought you said it could make 10 pounds. And we're only making 9. But what I've come to realize is that sometimes when you use these instructions, you're kind of searching for the flavor. You're searching for the taste. If it says it'll do 10 pounds and you do 9, it usually turns out better, in my experience. That's what we do. But that's not even what we're cooking tonight or tomorrow. That's not what Liz is cooking tomorrow. We are going to do an ode to my Grandpa Don. His favorite meal was always baked steak, mashed potatoes, and green beans. That was always his favorite. We're going to do a little healthier version. As you can see, we have 2 sirloins here, nice trimmed up, beautiful. What we'll do is we're going to flip these around and take this very masculine knife and cut them in about 1-inch slices all the way down, and then use our meat mallet and pound the tar out of them. So we're going to cut these down, pound them out flat, stick them on that plate, and tomorrow Liz is going to get them in the crock pot. We're going to do them in the crock pot If you put them on for lunch, they'll be ready for dinner. So low and slow. This is all the ingredients that we're going to use. Super simple. It's just going to be au jus gravy, the soup mix, just 1 packet of soup mix, cream of mushroom soup, and then at the end some cornstarch to thicken everything up. So since we're doing things on the healthier side, I will not be breading these and frying them beforehand. We're just going to cut them up, pound them up, get them in the crock pot, and we're going to cook them just like that. So it's going to be... What you got there?
Well, I'm about to get some of this steak. Venison steak. We got my green bean, my mashed potato. Goodness. Oh, yeah. Well, if I can pick it up. Excellent.
Tender?
Yeah, no kidding. That cut like butter. Hot. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Forget the knife. I can probably just cut this with a fork, yeah? Oh, yeah. Hot. Well, that's good.
It's all gone.
Yeah. That was great. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you get to try this baked steak because it is fantastic. And we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.